bugles sounded, battle lines drawn. The political arena open. NDA versus India, Lok Sabha 2024. As India finalizes seat sharing, BJP aggressively shops for allies. JDS in, JDU in, RLD in, BJD next, TDP next, SENA next, Shiromani Akali Dal next. Big or small, BJP will need all if it has to be 400 par.
Ab ki baar.
Can India counter the NDA onslaught? Top story, to the point this evening.
All right, viewers, what's that? You know, there's an advertisement. Sometimes, har ek friend zaruri hota hai. And for the BJP or the NDA needs all if it has to be 400 par, where it comes down to 2024, big or small players. Well, can India now take on the onslaught of an NDA where the BJP aggressively shopping for allies to cobble up the promise of 370 for the BJP and 400 for the NDA? Taking it to our panelists this evening, Dr. Shama Mohammed, National Spokesperson Congress, Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, National Spokesperson BJP, Maheshinder Singh Grewal, Senior Vice President, Spokesperson Shiromani Akali Dal, Professor Jyotsna Terunagari, National Spokesperson TDP. Guru Prakash Paswan, Dr. Prakash Paswan, allow me to begin with you. You know, at one point of time, it seemed that the BJP is supremely confident of doing it alone, and we saw that happen the last time around in 2019. This time, it seems the promise of 400 quite big. So every possible player, the BJP eyeing as a possible ally.
Good evening, Preeti. I think the question should not be about doing it alone. The question in a democracy must be about everyone being a stakeholder. And what we are witnessing now, that there are conversation and discussions in the South that a possible or likely alliance with TDP, a possible or likely alliance with the Biju Janata Dal. And when we say about these political parties, Preeti, we must understand that the leaders of TDP, N. Chandrababu Naidu or Naveen Patnaik, they are leaders of resilience. They are leaders of popular support. We have seen how in Odisha single-handedly Naveen Babu has been getting the mandate of the people of Odisha for all the good governance and the welfare-driven politics that he has done. So the idea in a democracy is to have a voice for everyone. And NDA, over the course of last 3 months, we have seen, in fact, I am live from Bihar, Preeti, you very well know. And Patna was the epicenter of the India Alliance, the meeting that was first conceived, the physical meeting that first happened, the man who orchestrated the entire India Alliance paraphernalia, it started in Patna. And Mr. Nitish Kumar, only a couple of days ago, we saw in Begusarai, Bihar, cheering for Prime Minister Modi. So I think that shows that people across the parties, they are now aligning with the vision, with the imagination and the constructive political narrative of the NDA alliance. The last 10 years, we have seen how smaller regional political parties are coming with the NDA fold. And I think this is the defining moment of the 2024 election. On the one hand, you have political parties like RLD, the Rashtriya Lok Dal, deserting the India alliance. The Janata Dal United deserting the India alliance. We will see many more possible such divorces happening in the India alliance. But one thing is clear, one thing is sufficiently clear, that the people of India with diverse voices, with diverse background and in diverse regions are going to join the NDA alliance, who has a clear-cut vision of 2047 of a Viksit Bharat, a developed India, Preeti.
All right. Okay. So, Dr. Mohammed, call it the vision of Viksit Bharat like the BJP puts it, or call it what many might also suggest, political analysts, that it is to cobble up that 400 which the BJP has promised. The question comes down, Dr. Mohammed, if the BJD joins in, there are 21 seats where Lok Sabha is concerned in the state of Odisha. The TDP coming in, the SENA coming in, the Shiromani Akali Dal seemingly coming in. We'll ask the spokesperson in a short while from now. Then it's a tall order, Dr. Mohammed, to stand up against.
No, first and foremost, They say, the Bharatiya Janata Party, we are a very strong party. Narendra Modi, we will win, we will get more than 300. I fail to understand why you're going after alliances. When you see them going after all the alliance partners, what the new one, BJD always supported them from outside. TDP was there with them. Akalis were there with them, and you're going back to them. You are going to them, more than they coming to you. It's because you are scared. At the end of the day, the ground reality is different. There is price rise. There is unemployment. No, 2022, we did not have 5 trillion economy. The farmers' income has not been doubled. Students do not have loan. There are various issues. And as you see, a democracy is completely compromised in this country. So, I mean, we just saw a sitting judge resign who was against a party, against the state government, gave orders against them, and resigned and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. What is that? That's definitely quid pro quo. You give cases against the particular state government, which we do not like, resign and join our party. So every judge, what are you trying to do here? I mean, that's completely unconstitutional. Number two, BJD. BJD and BJP fought against each other in the state. You're going to make it an alliance partner. What happens to your cadres? They are completely confused, I mean, everywhere there's confusion. Everybody.
But Ms. Mohammed, that should be an opportunity for you. Because if the BJD comes together, it's a red letter opportunity for the Congress to take the opposition space in Odisha. You should be more than glad it's happening.
So I'm coming to that, Preeti. Preeti, you're a little hyper sometimes. That's what I'm coming to my next point. That's what
I'm the moderator. Well,
yeah,
that's okay. Take it or leave
you're
it,
a nice
that's
person,
me.
and you're a very good moderator and a very good reporter and a very good anchor, I must say. So I'm coming to the next point, because now they have joined together, there is so much of problems. People are so against them that it is excellent for the Congress party. We have joining in every other day in the Congress party in Odisha. See, you can't take the people of India as stupid. You can't take them for granted. They have a brain, and they will vote against what is happening in this country. The democracy is in danger. There is an undeclared emergency. There's nothing happened. You will hear names like Viksit Bharat. Okay. You will hear Amrit Kal. You will hear a lot of names. I don't know what Kal, which Amrit, which Viksit is happening out here. I don't see anything. What I see is wherever I go, when I go out to buy something, things which used to cost 500 would cost 1,000 now. Okay. So that is Viksit Bharat.
I'm going to take a rebuttal from Dr. Paswan, and then I'm going to open the debate to our Shiromani Akali Dal spokesperson and our TDP spokesperson. Mr. Paswan, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Quickly, sir. Make it short.
Yeah, I patiently heard the spokesperson from the Congress party, and I would just like to remind your viewers, Preeti, about an interview that was given by the RBI governor, that the economic growth of 7.6% is set to exceed. So I think data doesn't lie. Number two, democracy being compromised. I think this is beyond my comprehension, beyond my imagination, that this nation has only witnessed emergency once, and the party that imposed emergency is very much...
Ma'am, please accord the same courtesy that he's accorded you. I promise you, I will come back to you. You can come in for a rebuttal after I open up the debate. Sir, make your point. Please keep it short. Allow me to open up the debate. I'll come back to the both of you.
Thank you so much, Preeti. So thank you so much for exposing, because who exposed emergency tendencies when you don't let the other people speak? I think this is the trait of a party that has imposed emergency. Thank you so much for that.
You don't need
democracy
to speak.
Being compromised, I think democracy being compromised. Preeti, I think...
Are you reading from a book or something?
Can I just have Guru? Ma'am, please don't. Please, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just get one of you one at a time. So I'm going to put the fader down of Dr. Mohammed. I'll come back to her. Mr. Guru Prakash Paswan, make your point. Sir, keep it short. Allow me to open the debate and I'll come back to you.
No, Preeti, I am just making my point. I am being heckled here. I'm just bringing this to your notice. I did not speak even a single word when Madam Mohammed was speaking. So I think she could accord the same courtesy to me. So I'm just making a simple point. Economic growth of 7.6%, they won't see. They won't see the financial untouchability that was there under their era. And today we have a bank account for everyone. Under their era, Prime Minister used to say that 1 rupee start from Delhi and 15 paise reaches because of leakages, because of corruption. Even today, when the Prime Minister was in Jammu and Kashmir, and he said that the record number of tourists are visiting, only in 2023, we have an unprecedented 23 crore plus tourists visiting Jammu and Kashmir. We have an unprecedented rise of tourism in Amarnath and Vaishno Devi. We have an unprecedented diversity and inclusion. On the stage, when the Prime Minister was speaking, there was Ghulam Ali, the first ever Pasmanda Muslim member from the Rajya Sabha from the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
All right, sir.
Democracy has deepened, inclusivity has come, diversity is there.
Okay, allow me to open up the debate, and Dr. Mohammed, I'm going to come right back to you after I bring in both the other spokespersons. All right. Sir, allow me to bring in Mr. Grewal, Senior Vice President, Spokesperson, Shiromani Akali Dal. All right, sir, allow me, sir. Allow me. Thank you. Mr. Grewal, getting you in right now. The fact is, one understands what the BJP will get from the BJD. Still a question mark on what the BJD gets from the BJP, but that's an alliance that's practically finalized is what we are hearing it. Where are you going? Is the Shiromani Akali Dal all right to go with the Bharatiya Janata Party, because that's what we are seeming to get feelers?
Preeti, I think it's not very correct, because only 2 days back we had a meeting. The President, Sir Sukhbir Singh Bahadur, told the persons who were participating in the meeting that till date we have no discussions and we are not in contact with BJP for any seat alliance. Second thing is that there are certain basic issues like creation of separate Gurdwara, not allowing the notification issued by the Government of India in 2019 to be implemented, then creating Haryana a right in Chandigarh, and then interfering in the religious affair of Sikhs, whether it's a Takht Patna Sahib, Takht Hazur Sahib, Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, Haryana Committee. Unless or until these basic issues are sorted out, I think it will not be practically possible for Akalis to anyway have any alliance with the BJP, because...
But okay, as I bring in, Sir, Grewal sir, as I bring in Ms. Tirunagri, I want to ask you, those caveats are there, but there's a possibility, you are saying, if all gets sorted, correct?
Yeah, we will not be averse to that if the basic... See, we can't sacrifice the principles for the power.
Got it, sir.
Principles
but you are saying you are not averse. You are not averse to a tie-up with the Bharatiya Janata Party for Lok Sabha 2024 if the whatever you've detailed is sorted out, right? That's what you suggest.
Yeah,
so in all probability, it's an alliance that will happen. Now, Professor Tirunagri, I want to get you in. Your leader right now is in the national capital. Are we going to see an alliance being inked in the next 24 hours, ma'am?
See, the talks are on. Earlier also talks have happened around a week and a half ago. So now definitely the talks are on. We are not going to shy away from saying that. Here, let me put in my point here, Preeti. There will be no permanent enemies, no permanent, friends in politics, especially when the parties are principle driven. There should be some similarity in their principles. There should be, the wavelength should be matching at some point of time. We were a part of NDA earlier. We came out of NDA also. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu Garu has been the convener of NDA earlier. So definitely, there was a historical alliance between TDP and BJP. So if in case now the alliance happens, it's probably it's there's nothing to be surprised about it, because whether it is BJP or TDP, for BJP it probably is the nation first. And
I'll tell you why the surprise element comes, Mr. Tirunagri, as I bring in Dr. Mohammed back into this conversation. I'll tell you why the surprise element comes in. Because when your leader was in jail, the BJP wasn't very kind, especially the state unit of your state, and you know that better. So when you talk about ideology, you talk about respect, that seemingly was missing at that time.
No, let me interrupt here, Preeti, because at that particular point of time, the state president of BJP, Purandareshwari Garu, has responded. She has very categorically given a statement that what has happened is wrong and false cases have been lodged. She has said that. And in fact, at that particular point of time, our party general secretary, Lokesh Garu, has met the Honorable Home Minister also, appraising him of the law and order situation in the state. See, I'll tell you one thing. Here. Quickly. Let me put my point very clearly. We are thinking of the long-term development plans for Andhra Pradesh. We are thinking of the priorities for the state. We are thinking about the policy initiatives for the state. We are thinking about the financial indiscipline that has happened in the state for the past 5 years.
And for now, it seems the BJP is a likely alliance, and that's possibly going to happen. So, Dr. Mohammed, like even the spokesperson said, possibly in the next 24 hours, the TDP and the SENA, which is already an ally of the TDP, are going to be allies of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You wanted to come in for a rebuttal? Go ahead.
Hear what they spoke, because I just went offline. Sorry about that. But my only thing is, the TDP leader had left because they did not give the special package. Babu Naidu, at that point of time, he was very upset. He was very angry, and he left the government. Now, what happens is when they have, like you said, there's no ideology here. They know that there is no other way, so they make these alliances. Everybody wants to be. The problem with regional parties is they need to be in power and they want to be with the present government. You know, they feel that. But what they are not going to understand is there's going to be a surprise in 2024. Everybody thinks that there is one particular party or one particular formation, alliance, which is going to win, and that's not going to be. Because I know, I can feel the undercurrent whenever I go out with the public, where they clearly are saying, we are fed up of what is happening. A lot of businessmen are fed up of what is happening, because if they, you know, through electoral bonds, when they were giving us money, SBI knew it, so the government of India knew it. And what happened? They were told, I have businessmen who told me that, listen, we cannot give you money. They keep threatening us. There's a huge issue out here. So that is the reason, even now, the SBI has been asked to reveal the names, the election commission. But the SBI is saying that we can't. We need 6 months' time. But when the BJP wanted the names, they give it in 48 hours. So, you know, this is what's happening in our country. That is the problem. Like how the election commission was changed. You know, we had the Chief Justice before. We had the leader of opposition, the Prime Minister. The Chief Justice has been removed. Now a cabinet minister is there. So what does it say? What it clearly says is that we also want to control who the election commission is, how the election is run in this country. Now, where is democracy here? Every pillar of democracy has been destroyed. Every pillar.
All right. Okay. I just want to bring in the BJP spokesperson, Dr. Paswan, again into this conversation. Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, the fact is, which the Congress also says, that you are practically gauging the ground situation, alliances in terms of seat sharing for India coming in together, and therefore, leave alone 400, you're trying to cobble up enough allies to sustain.
Preeti, I think the term coalition dharma, it came into the political lexicon of India during NDA 1. When Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister, we ran a coalition that was as diverse as having a Farooq Abdullah ji, a Mamta Didi, and even a DMK. So I think the value, the relevance of alliances has been institutionalized by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even today, you see people are flocking to the NDA because they see there is obviously a sense of vision. There is obviously a sense of direction. On the contrary, when you speak of the Congress Party, and the Congress Party speaking of democracy is indeed very rich for me. The Congress Party has not cultivated any second generation leadership. You speak of Mr. Sindhya, you speak of Mr. Himant Biswa Sharma, you speak of Mr. Jitin Prasad, you speak of Mr. RPN Singh. All of them have been leadership of resilience, but they have deserted the Congress Party. They have divorced the Congress Party. People of India, Preeti, can see through the hypocrisy and the dual standard of the Congress Party. Infrastructure, connectivity, investment, every possible manner, digital infrastructure as well. We are seeing people from across the section, women voters from minority communities, they are voting for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Today we saw what happened in Jammu and Kashmir. So I think these are signs of the coming time. These are signs of the future, that in all possibilities, 400 plus across length and breadth of our country, north, south, east and west, people are going to stand solidly behind the vision, behind the imagination of the Honorable Prime Minister, because we are not fighting for 2024. We have a vision for 2047. We have a vision for the next 25 years, that how do we completely eliminate dynasty? How do we completely eliminate corruption from Indian public life?
All right. Okay, but Dr. Prakash Paswan, the men you named right now who've switched from the Congress, and you talk about dynasty, you and I both know how many of them were dynastic. You've named,
that's what I was just about to say.
4 out of 5. They were dynastic.
He spoke
and
about
Scindia. Right. Go ahead, Scindia,
he spoke about Scindia, RPN Singh. They're all dynasts. Let me tell you that.
So you
No, I
said you
think
want
they
to
were
eradicate
suffocated
it.
in
Why
our
did you give
political
Ma'am, sir,
Bansari
party.
Swaraj ticket?
give her 30 seconds, I'll come back to you.
Sufficient
Why
opportunity.
did you give Bansari Swaraj
They were
ticket?
not
What is
given.
her?
I did not.
What
They were
did
not
she
given
do for the
sufficient
party? No,
opportunity
All
because
right,
she's a
okay,
dynast.
1 second.
So
Just,
don't talk
30
about
seconds.
Why
Okay,
are you
1
not
second.
kicking out Piyush
Ma'am,
Goyal?
30
Why are
seconds.
you not
Ma'am,
kicking
30
out
seconds.
Piyush
Make
Goyal?
your point. I'll
What
go
is he,
back
a
and I'll
dynast?
take final comments.
Anurag Thakur, a dynast. I can tell you the dynast. Dharmendra Pradhan, dynast. So why?
Okay.
What are you trying to say here? I mean, you have enough and more dynasts in your party, and then you're saying we're going to kick out dynasts. If you had kept Meenakshi Lekhi, I understand that you're not after dynastic politics.
Okay.
But you kicked
All
out a leader who did well, and you put a dynast. That's what you did. So what
All
do
right,
you have
ma'am,
to say for that?
30 seconds is
Stop
over. May I
pointing
please get
fingers.
Guru Prakash Paswan? Guru Prakash Paswan, other than the whole dynastic jibe that you keep getting back, to you, the other point which has been made by the opposition many a times is the use of central agencies. And I'll give you an example. TMC leader Tapas Roy, who joined your party right now, till January he was being raided by the ED, sir.
Preeti, I think Justice Lodha in 2013 said that CBI is a caged parrot. And as far as the use or the political use of agency is concerned, the Congress party has mastered it. In the last 10 years, if you look at the data threadbare, more than 1 lakh crore.
She's
Can I
asking
just
More
get,
than 1
can
lakh
I
crore
just
of
get
money
Mr.
has been
Paswan?
attached. More than 1 lakh crore money has been attached. But the
Go ahead, sir, make your point.
I think I will not. This is not my sanskar, Preeti. This is not my sanskar like the Congress
Sir, 30
party.
seconds,
Congress
make your
party is
point. You're
dictatorial.
there.
They
30
cannot
seconds.
tolerate any other point of view, and this is shown in your debate. Enforcement Directorate, CBI, every possible agencies has attached more than 1 lakh crore of public money.
Okay.
They have returned more than 50,000 crore of all the bad loan that was sanctioned in the UPA area.
All right.
When the Congress too,
Oh, God.
when UPA
Okay,
2
I'm
was in
gonna-
power, they
all
gave
right.
bad loans to Nirav
Okay, allow
Modi,
me
they
to
gave bad
end
loans
with
to
our two
Kingfisher, and
spokespersons.
all
10
those
seconds,
money was returned
20
by the
seconds
ED
each.
and all these
Apologies.
agencies, and that is the
Mr.
problem of
Grewal, so once again, an alliance could be on the cards if all permutation combinations are met, correct?
Preeti, for us, one thing is very clear. Say, after Operation Blue Star and Massacre of Delhi, we can't think of going to with the parties who are aligned with the Congress. Second
Fair
thing,
enough.
they are talking. Second
Fair
thing,
enough,
the
sir.
madam representing the Congress is saying they
Okay.
allied with that. They allied with that. 2 months back, they were demanding the arrest of Mr.
Okay.
Kejriwal,
Miss-
and they appreciated
Okay.
the arrest of
Mr. Jyotsna
Sisodia,
Tirunagari,
and they appreciated.
in all probabilities,
See, it's-
alliance on the card.
We will
Can I just
not
get Mr.
averse to
Tirunagari?
it.
Ms.
We will
Tirunagari.
not be
Ms.
averse to
Tirunagari.
it.
Alliance
If
on the
basic,
card? Yes.
See, definitely for the if we talk about the priorities of the state of Andhra Pradesh and the developmental
Okay.
needs of the state of Andhra Pradesh, we might get into the alliance with.
All right. Okay, with that, I'm terribly out of time. Appreciate all of you for joining us. Sorry, we've run out of time.